Hi, I'm Kelly Forshaw-Smith, Head Medical Micropigmentation Trainer for the Finishing Touches Group and also Technician and Director of Medicos London. Today we have the lovely
Jackie Samways
here to be interviewed. Jackie started in the industry as a Saturday girl when she was 16, starting with hairdressing and beauty therapy. She has and still does work her socks off with sometimes a 60+ hour week, and all with 4 children to add to the mix. Jackie stumbled on SMP at an exhibition and she was fascinated. The makeup artist within was keen to get those treatments into her salon. She still does have a steady stream of satisfied, returned customers. In 2006 was when her fire in her belly was ignited, when Meso Vital was introduced to her. Originally, Meso was used as a time filler, but quickly Jackie introduced it to her facial treatments, and her clients loved it. Meso and aesthetics have now become her most requested treatments. She pursued intense training on all things aesthetic related, attending workshops and conferences in the UK and in Europe. Jackie started training as a skin specialist for the Finishing Touches Group in 2007, and she hasn't looked back. This year alone, Jackie's done advanced training in mesotherapy, skin boosters, fat dissolving, LED therapy, and no needle fillers. As you can see, this lady's continual education is outstanding, as is her energy levels. I'm tired just reading it. Jackie is most definitely someone I would go to for my skin needs. So Jackie, today your subject's going to be needling and skin treatments that are available to get the best result for your skin. So Jackie, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much and good morning.
Okay, so today there's a couple of questions, obviously, for people out there who don't really know much about the needling and the treatments that you can offer from your salon. When people say skin needling, what exactly is that?
Skin needling is a technique of implanting a sterile solution serum into the skin a little bit further than the epidermis. So it can actually penetrate into the dermal junction and actually activate and stimulate cell renewal and kind of like wake cells up really and make them work correctly.
Can everyone have skin needling?
Everyone can have skin needling. Obviously certain skin types, Fitzpatrick, you do need to be more cautious and proceed with care and not be heavy-handed. But yes, everybody can have skin needling, and it's very good for all skin types, except certain maybe skin diseases.
Okay, we'll go on to that. So when you talk about skin boosters, what exactly is a skin booster as well?
A skin booster is a product that is that next step further than the serums. So it's a heavier molecular weighted product. So it will sit longer and take longer to dissolve in the skin. It's not quite a filler because it does dissolve and it does spread around the face, but it actively makes the cells work correctly within the skin. But it's injected in as opposed to microneedled in, which is what we would mainly do.
Okay, fantastic. And for people who maybe do micropigmentation, obviously you did semi-permanent makeup to begin with. Would you say these kind of go hand in hand together?
Oh, absolutely. You need to have a good basis to work on to produce outstanding set of brows. So if you've got a scar running through a brow and somebody who's requesting hair strokes, really you need, and you don't know what that scar tissue is like underneath the skin, you need to prep that skin first and helpfully try and repair the skin before you start implanting pigment. There's nothing worse than doing a lovely hair stroke and you get a blowout because the skin structure underneath is not supported.
So would it be something you'd recommend if someone could do the treatments? Would you personally, would you do maybe, I don't know, a meso treatment beforehand, get the skin in a good condition, and then maybe at a later date do semi-permanent makeup?
Absolutely. Prepping the skin is essential before any other more permanent, even though it's semi-permanent, more permanent procedure. So to get a good base is really good. And your skin really gets very lazy after the age of 30. So it's kind of like a workout for the skin. So, you know, you go to the gym, you know, you get your body internally working correctly, but the outside, your skin, which is your biggest organ, needs a little bit of attention. So, and the face is the most exposed along with the hands. So they do need that little extra TLC to keep them stimulated, and a little good slap really to wake them up and make them work correctly.
Well, I think that's what I need at the moment.
Don't worry, I'll slap you next time I see you.
So, like, obviously there's different types of skin tones, skin textures and so on. So what would be your recommendation for somebody maybe who's got acne?
Well, for acne, you can't actually needle acne, but you can needle acne scars. So obviously once the acne is cleared up, so the Cell Biology do an amazing acne serum. It's one of the best I've ever used, and the testimonials I get from my clients is just outstanding. Even for just congested skin, problematic skins, it's a perfect product. I always get a few spots when I go on holiday and stuff like that. So it's something I always take away with me in a little pot because it's always needed. So yeah, but so the acne defense is the best one I've ever used out of hundreds of ranges of skincare products I've used.
That's a big say. That's a big statement there. That's great. And what about someone who wants, like myself, wants a more youthful look?
Well, within the range as well, a good peel, a good hydration peel, which the pomegranate and the enzyme peels are just perfect for. People think peels are going to be drying and dehydrating. Well, the enzyme peel actually isn't. It's very hydrating. You can literally see the glow producing while the product's on the skin. So for me, that's my number one go-to product for somebody with dehydrated skin. Along with the hydration boost or the Javant serum if I'm not using any needling treatments. So they're like a good home care product as well. So but I would definitely needle some hydration boost into, which is hyaluronic acid, a low concentration of it, which can be done on a weekly basis if it's used with a plastic needle.
Yeah, because when I think of peels, like you just mentioned, I literally think of a peel that goes on and then it kind of makes you all crusty and all dry all over the face, and then like your face falls off. How long, like with these peels that you just mentioned, the enzyme peel, how long like is the downtime of it?
Well, the cherry peel is a little bit more aggressive. It's more of a sterilizing, brightening, lightening peel, whereas the enzyme peel is something that can be used, you can use it weekly. Because it is so mild, it is superficial. I have used it weekly to no ill effect. The cherry peel I would probably use take a bit longer. The peels you're talking about are medical peels, which are done, and you would only have them done by a doctor. Anything like that is done medically.
Are these peels for the patient to do at home, or which ones you've recommended, or are they something you do in the salon only?
I do them within the salon. We have just introduced a pomegranate peel, which is for home use, which is perfect for all the lockdown scenarios. Again, it can be used weekly or fortnightly. Again, it is professional quality. Okay. It's safe and comes with instructions.
Always good. Always good to consult your technician first before using it. But also, like, obviously, with the whole wearing of masks and so on, my face is getting really dry. What sort of products would you recommend for like a dry skin in general?
Yes, absolutely. The collagen boost, the collagen renew is absolutely excellent. It's a slightly retinol based, so it does actually help to stimulate cell renewal as well. So it will help with the reproduction. So if you do have problematic skin with the masks, that is a good product to use. So that's the collagen renew. It's a little bit of a thicker product, so it kind of like will sit on the skin a little bit longer, giving a little bit more protection against the irritation from the mask.
Would you put a moisturizer over the top, like recommend regularly putting on a moisturizer?
The collagen renew is a moisturizer. I find it's quite long lasting, so I usually only apply it once a day. That's enough for me, and then obviously at night time as well. Yeah, it is. It's like I say, a thicker product, so it does tend to like take longer to kind of like disperse.
Would you recommend putting these to your skill set? Like if you've got a clinic yourself, or maybe you're mobile and you work in different salons already, would you recommend having these with these products and doing these treatments?
Absolutely. The markup on them is that you can make is amazing. Although they are, while you initially think they are expensive to start off and get going, I've used lots of other skincare products where I've had to spend thousands to get just the range in. One brand, that is very popular. It's £8,000 before you even like open the box. So they are minimum orders. Well, the luxury of the cell biology, you can just buy what you need as and when you need it. Although I do recommend everything. There isn't anything I don't like about anything. So that, obviously money at the moment is very tight for a lot of people. So, but it is a product that actually works. It's result driven. So I have been very successful with it. Just doing the meso plastic needle and the metal needle on its own. Obviously introducing other products into the mix. It's a good foundation for good skin repair and stimulation.
And it's not too technical to use. It's not like it's not rocket science. It's literally just apply your normal skincare routine that you'd use.
You do need to have training because obviously there's certain ways of doing things. We introduced dermaplaning into the skill set a few years ago, which was an actual mind-blowing
revolution.
Seller for me. I advertised it once, and it's my best-selling treatment.
Is it?
And I use it in conjunction with the microneedling as well. So it's a double whammy with a triple whammy with a peel. So people can have an amazing treatment for a low cost, high profit for me, and have amazing results.
So going on to the dermaplaning again, because I'm fascinated. I've had it done myself, absolutely love it. And when a client says to me, so what exactly is this? And I'm in layman's terms, I'm like, well, it's the peach fuzz that you get. Basically, you're stripping that off, and then you're getting rid of the gunk, technical, but the rubbish on the top, and then you do the meso, or which do you do first?
Oh, you would dermaplane first because that's an exfoliating treatment. So I always describe it as a deep exfoliation treatment, which, as a little sideline, does remove the peach fuzz, as you described, the bellyless hair, which actually absorbs a lot of your products. So if you're putting a moisturizer on, it will go into your hair, those little peachy fuzzy hairs. So you're moisturizing them. You're using too much. And it can leave it sticky, and your face can take a while to so removing all the dead surplus skin, which is again, you don't want to be moisturizing them, is ideal, and it preps the skin ready for a meso treatment, which is the microneedling, to allow a serum to penetrate even further into the skin and do its job.
And so with the peels, if you're going to be using a peel, what point do you do the peel? Do you do it after the dermaplaning?
Yes, a peel is done post-treatment, so it's an optional extra. It's also done so you would dermaplane your peel, and then you would microneedle. You need to peel before you microneedle because you have to sterilize the skin, and peeling is a form of sterilization. So it helps to get rid of any scrap of bacteria that's left on the skin safely and gently.
And what does somebody look like after having all of these treatments? I mean, it's not literally like their face is falling off. Can they go out after having it done?
Absolutely, they can. They look very healthy. They look very glowy. They look like they've had a nice little session in the sun. They are a little bit on the pink side, but I don't advise makeup for at least 2 hours post-treatment. Preferably not till the next day, but they don't look excessive red unless I've had a real good go at them.
So you can continue
depends on scarring
every day, basically. So after having this treatment,
absolutely, yeah. You just look fabulous. Unless, like I say, I've been using the microneedling as a scar treatment, then you can look a little bit redder. That's possibly the only time where you would look slightly more invasive. But as a general description, yes, you can go back to work. You just look really healthy, really glowy. No makeup's needed. Maybe a little bit mascara, a bit lippy, and you're good to go.
Well, not if you wake up with makeup.
Exactly, that's always a bonus.
Yeah, I guess that's a really nice way as well, is you've done their makeup, you've done their eyeliner, you've done their eyebrows, and now you can concentrate on the rest of the skin. So you give an overall wonderful picture, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a big birthday next year, and I'm always being confident on my skin. I do suffer with skin problems, so for me, it's a massive maintenance for me to keep my skin looking good. I have seborrheic dermatitis, which is overactive sebaceous glands. So problematic skin has been an issue in the past, and just generally overactive oilness, large pores and stuff like that. But so microneedling is just amazing, you know, and it makes all my other treatments work so much better. I get amazing results, before and after pictures, because I've introduced microneedling into the system first. So anybody that wants to have any more invasive, more advanced treatments like the Botox and fillers, I always say to them, don't be having them done unless your skin is in good order. Yeah. You know, there's no point in going down that route if your skin can't support a filler that's been put into your face.
Yeah, I mean, it does help, obviously, wrinkles and so on. Is that correct? It helps wrinkles and fine lines, but it's not
absolutely.
Botox.
It's making the skin work. Your skin becomes very lazy. It is a lazy, especially with UV as well, that helps to destroy the skin, and the skin thinks, right, it's a bit like lockdown, really. You know, your skin goes into lockdown, and if you neglect it. And so we need to constantly give it a little bit of a poke, a little bit of a wake-up call. You know, monthly treatments are great, every 2 months, depending on what you can afford, the client, you know, but at least 2 or 3 times a year, I would always recommend somebody having some form of microneedling. The dermaplaning is done every 2 to 3 weeks. It can be, if it's a peel's introduced, then it's monthly. You know, so most people can, you know, like afford a monthly treatment.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good for like gift vouchers and stuff. So if someone's not sure what to buy their wife for their birthday, or Christmas is coming up, then you could recommend maybe buying a course. Do you sell them in courses?
I can do, but I tend to like keep my prices quite reasonable anyway. So I have a continual turnover of clients. You know, they're just beside themselves at the moment because they can't come in and have their treatments. So
but they can do them at home. Like, obviously, you do recommendations or Zoom calls or consultations to tell them how to get the best out of their skincare.
Well, because I looked after them, they can be managed. Microneedling is something that can carry on working for up to 4 months if you're using like the manual rollering system. So that goes a little bit deeper. So yeah, my clients are, so my children, I'm just calling them children. I treat them like my children sometimes. My clients are well maintained anyway, so all they need to do is just continue with their skincare, which obviously I retail to them to use, and the home peel as well, which we've just launched, is just that little added sweetener to maintain it for them as well.
I know what I'll be asking for Christmas. So
definitely.
Your screen's just gone off for a second. You might want to pop it back on.
Are we back?
Yeah, you're back. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So, Jackie, what would your top 3 treatments be and why?
My top treatment, obviously, dermaplaning is my number 1 treatment, my number 1 seller. It's quick, it's easy, and results are really nice. Great, the younger generation absolutely love it. Then my next one obviously is a microneedling, which is a little bit more invasive. I can combine it with the dermaplaning to double my money, and I get like amazing results. I will say to somebody, your dermaplaning just isn't enough. You need to have the more invasive stimulating treatment. And then my new treatment, which I absolutely love, is my skin boosters and mesotherapy, which hopefully I've been nagging your poor mother to take on board and let us teach them as well, because they are so easy to do and learn, but it is with the needle, so it's slightly different technique, but it's that next step along. And there are people who...
What would be your recommendation for someone who's thinking of maybe getting into this and learning this as a course?
It's a no-brainer. absolutely no brainer. You will make your money on it. You need to learn your theory so you can sell it. Obviously, if you don't know how to put across to people how the product works, and in a layman's term, I can do the technical side, I can do the layman's term. So yeah, it's definitely one of my best things. I do more meso and dermaplane treatments than any other treatment in my salon now.
Wow, that's
great. I get to sit down as well.
You get to sit down, Jackie. Never.
I know. I get to sit down while I'm doing them. It's great.
I've never met someone in my life with so much energy. It is unbelievable.
Oh.
So finally, what would be your top 3 must-have products?
My top 3 products at the moment, because they do vary. I like a good moisturizer. I've got to have a really, really good moisturizer. One with a retinol in. The Collagen Renew is amazing for that. It does have just enough retinol in it to give me my cell renewal. So if I ever was on stuck on a desert island, if I couldn't have that, then I would cry. I am a big fan of a lip plumper as well, which is something which I've been nagging for us to make our own as well. But I do use a lip plumper every day. People think I have filler in my lips, and they are actually natural. They used to be very, very skinny, and I started using a lip plumper about maybe 15 years ago, and 2 or 3 times a day, and it helps to keep my lips plumper and firmer. Helps to give the blood supply, the collagen boost there, just from the blood supply. And probably the other one which I really, really like as well, which is a bit underused really, is a hydration mist. It's a little spray. It's a real good wake up product. It's really refreshing. You can put it on over makeup. So if I do a lot of driving normally, I usually sometimes 1,000 miles a week when I'm teaching. So when I'm driving like maybe a 300-mile journey, it's great just to spritz on while I'm driving, just to keep me fresh and alert. If I'm using, especially in lockdown as well, I found it very useful when I'm on the laptop and the computer doing the training online, well, just to really to keep my eyes awake, because they do dry out when you're staring at stuff all the time. And great to have by my bedside as well, just before I go to sleep, I'll spray some on my face to keep my skin hydrated while I sleep.
Fantastic. Well, that's been fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Thank you so much.
I could go on for hours, sorry.
Honestly, I love listening to it. I love listening to all of the tips and tricks. And I know definitely that I would definitely come to you for my skin treatment. So hopefully other people will find it useful. Maybe they've been thinking about doing the treatments. Maybe they want to know extra about the training or products. And obviously to have a specialist like yourself, I think it's been invaluable. Thank you so much, Jackie. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And anytime, that if students need support, I'm more than happy to help them, advise little tips and tricks. You can only learn so much in the classroom. It's not until you start doing the treatments yourself that you realise actually you might need a little bit extra help, which, we are, as a team, we are so much on board with the support, and I'm more than happy to help, with people if they get stuck with anything. So mentoring is a good big thing that I like to do.
Fantastic. Well, Jackie, thank you very much. It's been very interesting, and we hope to hear from you again soon.
Lovely to speak to you this morning, Kelly, and have a lovely day.
Yeah, you too. Take care, Jackie. Bye.
Bye.